Hey folks, this is BestInSlot. Welcome back to Jurassic World Evolution 2 and welcome back to our brand new park build. I say brand new, this is kind of a 2.0 version. We're doing Horror Park 2.0. This is a park build we've done before. We had tons of fun. It was probably my favorite build personally that I've done, that I've got to make in Evolution 2, and we're bringing it back for round 2. Last time it kind of died because the game updated and lots of things broke. That doesn't really happen anymore. It's been quite a few updates now, I think since 1.4, that mods break when Frontier updates the game. That hasn't happened in ages. So I'm a lot more confident this time that we can do this without having to worry about future updates. That said, when the update comes out, if it breaks the game, I will not use the update until Horror Park is finished. I will get Horror Park done before any update. We're going to finish the build either way, is what I'm trying to say. Really excited about this. I know we did a Telltale build, part 1, fairly recently. I've made that a standalone video now. People didn't really seem to catch fire with the Telltale bit per se, but people really enjoyed the horror aspect, and that's the bit I want to emphasize. Not only are we building a horror park, we're going to build a horror video game that we can walk through and act, and I've even got a couple ideas for like little missions and challenges we can give the player to make it feel more like a video game rather than just a park tour. I want it to feel like you are responsible for your destiny. There's only so much we can do. It's going to take a little bit of editing, but I've got some cool ideas. But that's more for the future. Feel free to leave suggestions and comments down below what you'd like to see in a build like this. I've decided we're going to do it in Biosyn Valley, because Biosyn Valley, which wasn't accessible last time we did this, I don't believe, is covered in fog and mist, and that is going to make for a much more dramatic park, potentially. Now, today's episode is going to be fairly chill. We're just going to build the main area, the sort of introduction area. You can't have horror. I say this all the time, but you can't have horror that doesn't start in a relatively chill way. I mean, you can, but before the horror starts, you need a period of chillness. I think of films like Midsommar, which mixed it up a little bit. It started with this really dramatic, upsetting event, but then it was chill for quite a while. You know, they're all having fun in the Scandinavian sun, and then things go to hell. There's always that period of relaxation before things fall apart. And that's a necessity, because horror is in part about contrast, about the difference between your normal life and your horror-filled life. You know, if your life was always filled with horror, it wouldn't be horror anymore, in a way. You'd turn into like Ash from the Evil Dead or something. Anyways, right, let's get started. So we're just going to build a main area. We are using tons of mods. I'm not going to pretend otherwise. We've got loads of stuff installed. We're just going to use everything in our power to make this as cool as humanly possible. So, bam, arrival point. We did it, gang. Park build done. We're just going to build an introductory walking through area sort of thing. I know I want a arrival point, and I know I also want an innovation center. I don't remember where the innovation center is. Is it in guests? It's not in guests. Is it in attractions? It's in attractions. It's been a while. Actually, tell you what, before we do that, let's put a path along here. We're using, also we've got the new update. I'm also using Kaio's expanded paths and pylons and stuff like that. So we actually have tons of path options. We can have our paths going through the wilderness. I think we'll use these new fancy Jurassic Park 30th anniversary things. There's going to be a lot of that used in the initial part of the build anyway. That was kind of part of my plan, part of my celebration, you know, of these new decorations. So get those in there with those lovely little details, that kind of quilted look. It actually looks very comfy, doesn't it? Like, I wouldn't mind like lying down on this. And it's just going to be a straight shoot over to the innovation center right ahead of you. But as per usual, so we're going to build like this initially. You know, we're building our straight sort of mainline sort of area. But we do want to have a suggestion of horror in there. You know, you don't want to. I don't want to spook the people immediately, but there should be something suggesting that maybe not everything is perfectly okay with this park. That maybe there's something wrong. Maybe things aren't going to go well in the future. You know, there should be a little hint of the danger to come. Look, no one's ever going to accuse me of being particularly neat or unique when it comes to path work, but for me this was okay. Like the middle, bit of a disaster, but we're going to cover that in stuff. It's fine. I just needed a solid base to build everything else around. We want this to be a happy starting area sort of shebang. So we need, you know, a lagoon, for example, maybe over here. If I put that about there, I want this to be straight, if possible. Little lagoon section. We'll get some shops along here, and we're going to do something in the middle as well. We're going to hop into our decos. We're going to do lots of decos stuff, because obviously we've got some brand new shiny decos. I was going to use Scary Faces statues, because they're amazing, but we do have, of course, these brand new T.Rex skeletons and Alamosaurus skeletons, and that seems much more appropriate. So let's plop that in there, and this one in here. Oh no. It's been a while. I've forgotten the buttons. They're kind of just circling each other. Okay. Establishing dominance. We've also got, of course, the new archways, which are really, really cool. So we definitely want to get one of those in. Maybe like introducing you into this middle section. My theory always is like if your pathwork is maybe a little bit sloppy, like mine, or literally always is, as long as you cover it in stuff, nobody's going to notice. It's going to be fine. Don't worry about it. You know, live your best life. Okay. I can just like stick a log out there in the look, bam, log in the wilderness. Blessed. Do I want to? I kind of want 2 gates, don't I? Who doesn't love? People love archways, all right? That is a well-known fact about humanity. We love archways. So I think actually, I'm gonna set over that bit, but just out a little bit there. Then it looks more like it was on purpose. People love an archway, and then bam, dinosaurs rule the earth. Bam, we got this. We'll put some lights and stuff in there, and some plants and some rocks and stuff like that as well. Might try. I only just thought, oh, you're kind of rubbish, aren't you? If these were the perfect size, that would make me like. I just can't quite. I think that's gonna look weird. It looks fine from this side. Actually, looks pretty cool from this side, but this side's gonna be a little bit. I don't know about that. I'm tempted. I'm very tempted. We'll use these for something else. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to and ah about that for a little bit, I think. Got a fountain in the middle of them. Yeah, let's move them in a little bit closer so they're kind of like part of the fountain a little bit more. This is the benefit of having free move, of course. Right, let's get some shops in. I think if we put some stuff in, it'll feel better. It'll take, you know, some of the room will be taken up. So we're going to have a couple of amenities right here at the start. Just a few big amenities to kick things off. Why have you moved forward? That's very, very weird. If I was an amenity, where would it be? I would be here. I've already clicked it twice. You think I'd figure it out by now. I just want to make sure these are going to be even, so we'll stick that there for now. And same deal over here. I'll do. And then we're going to drag and move them over to, not completely to the side, probably more like there, I would suggest. Okay, good start. Right, we can randomize these, can't we, completely? Boop. Okay, that randomizes color. Can we then randomize? Yep, okay. So I'm we're at the whims of the gods here. Whatever it turns out like, that's what we're gonna roll with, okay? Beautiful. Beautiful, probably, maybe. Oh, don't no, what are you doing? Random, boom. Okay, ominous, like it. Like, it's up to the game if the game wants to be spooky, you know what I mean? Like, it's not my choice. If the game wants to give me spooky colours, it'll give me spooky colours. Those ones on the right have turned out really well. This one, slightly less so. But that's okay. Like, at the end of the day, you wouldn't design your main street to be spooky, would you? That wouldn't really make any sense. I think we might be able to slip a couple of mediums in here as well. Is that going to look okay? If I then block out... Yeah, yeah, why not live the dream? Stuff is cool. People love stuff. Capitalism ho! I'm not calling you capitalism ho. Although you can be if you want to, but that's fine. Okay, that one again, a little funky with the coloration. Randomize. Randomize. Oh my god. These ones were so promising and these ones are just terrible. Right, but no, I said I'm at the whims of the gods. I will be at the whims of the gods. So let's just put a bit of path along here. I think one of the tricks with pathwork, and look, every time I try to do pathwork in this game, which you'll notice is very purposely not very often, my respect level for people like Evo just goes up astronomically. Like, just the ability to make something so unique and have it look so neat and tidy is just, it's beyond me. It just is. It's not in my wheelhouse at all. And that's okay. You gotta know what you're strong at. I am a storyteller in these games. That's the role I take, and that I'm okay with that. But I'd like to be competent with the pathwork. That's all I'm looking for, competency. These are wrong, aren't they? Why are you so much further forward? You're like there, aren't you? I love that you can do that. Okay, that was pretty sweet. Okay, happy with that. Okay, so we're going to block off one area, right? Because we need to funnel our guests down a particular route. So we do have, thanks to, again, some fantastic decoration packs and stuff like that, we've got lots of buildings. What we could do, where is the... Is it down here? Yeah, we've got the T.Rex paddock. Now, I'd like to use this later on, I think, is the problem. But it would be a really good way to block an area off. Could we have 2 T.Rex paddocks? Is that okay? Yeah, maybe we've got... We'll have to... We're going to stick the T.Rex paddock in here, right? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that'll bloody do. I'm going to stick the T.Rex paddock in there. And then there's also the Indominus paddock as a mod, and we've also got the Raptor paddock, so we can use others. But we can bring another T-Rex paddock in. We can just say it's, you know, like a tester or something like that. You can't actually walk inside anyway, so... Some trees. Be gone, trees. Thank you, trees. You're welcome. That's what the trees... No! I didn't mean to do that. Oh, gosh darn it. That's as sweary as I'm going to get on this channel, I'm afraid. We good? We're good. Sweet. Okay. It's just a big thing, and big things are cool in this kind of scenario. They take up room, they block things off. You know, you see that, and you're like, you can't go there. You're not allowed in. Maybe you can come in later. Maybe it's shut right now. Maybe there's a show on. You know what I mean? And what we can do, we can even put... And I want to test this menu right now. We've got this lovely little thing from Cryogenic. This new Wii toolbox. We can just grab ourselves a T-Rex. Pick a lovely pattern. Bam! T-Rex. Look at that. Look at that. What a beaut. I'll try to put a... This is RDRR stuff, and there's some John stuff in here as well, and obviously there's some Cryogenic stuff. I will try to put like a full mod list together for those of you who are curious. Now, my dinosaurs don't need food or water at this point in time. But, we'll turn it on anyway. There we go. T-Rex paddock, and we have a dinosaur in our park. You're going to hear that roar as you're exploring. A little bit cooler. Right. Okay. There's going to be lots of, like, nadry little... Oh, God. My dad says nadry when something's, like, moderately annoying, and now he's got me saying it. There's going to be lots of nadry little decoration work that we're going to do, so that'll be a time lapse. I just wanted to talk to you momentarily, because I missed you all so much. Likewise in decorations. Actually, let's go into attractions again. Let's grab a... whatchamacallit. Guest attraction, I think, is what I want. Jungle River Cruise. Jurassic Park Innovation. Balloon... balloon ride. Yeah, I was hoping this would be bigger. We'll put that in later, I think. I like the idea of trying to integrate a balloon ride into the horror park somehow. Maybe when the pterosaurs are loose and they're kind of flying around the balloon tour, that could be really cool, actually. What else have we got here? This is all John's stuff, I believe. I did something, you know, a little water tower in this. We can put billboard up. That's not a bad idea. Just, you know, some advertisements for things that are coming later on in the park. Maybe they will. Maybe they won't. Who knows? A little map. See, some of this stuff is very handy. If I was a little map, the problem is the lighting is currently in a really obnoxious position. I'd have like a little map maybe sitting there at the side. I think we're sticking with the Jurassic World theming. We need some hotels, actually, is what we need. Okay, and maybe another one next to it as well. Maybe a little baby hotel. I can't help. The word baby has been ruined for me for all of it. Like, it's not a word that I say particularly often anyway. I don't have a baby. I don't know any babies, personally. But, although my best friend just had I say my best friend, I haven't hung out in ages, but my, who I would consider my best friend has recently had a baby. I need to go meet his baby, actually. Maybe then I will know a baby and I can talk to this a little bit more. Yeah, that's better. Just trying to fill out the area, really. So I think you're going to head past the lagoon in this direction, right? Oh, we should get some lagoon decos. We love lagoon decos. If I was lagoon deco, what would I be? I would be... Would I be sails? Would I be spiky thing? Banners classic. Over there, maybe. What's the fire? I want the fire. I don't want to turn... Oh, I do want to turn these edges, actually. And that matches on both sides. Yeah, yeah. It's too much fire, though. I won't say that very often, but that is too much fire. We need... sure. Well, I'm not really thinking about that, if I'm honest. Just, yeah. Anyways, so you'll walk past here. You're going to walk past here. We're going to have something else here, obviously. I'm going to do some more blah, 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 decoration, blah, blah, blah. But what is the inciting incident? What is the thing that turns... this from a happy-go-lucky stroll through the park into a nightmarish stroll through the park, you know? What is our magical incident that's going to kickstart everything? The lighting is in just the absolute worst. It's not changing either. It's decided to remain in the worst place possible, wherein that the shadow section is the way that's facing me. I've built my park with the light behind somehow. And the shadow facing this way. It is really annoying me. I'm not going to lie. Oh, we should have an aviary. We've got a lagoon over there. Let's stick an aviary over here. Although I've got the thing there. Oh, we could have one here, I suppose. Just trying to find a good spot for that. Lovely, lovely. Okay. So let's go again. Enclosures. Nope. Attractions. Yep. Aviary viewing gallery there. Lovely stuff. Is that what I want it to look like? And then block out the rest. Again, I think like just using loads of path is like half the key to this. Just block everything off with path and you'll be fine. And then you can cover that path in decorations and stuff, you know? Don't do that. I believe... No, come on. I believe in your ability to not do that. You can do it, game. I believe in you. Good girl. Sort of. I shouldn't say good girl to the game, really. Hmm. 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 That's never gonna work. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Sure. And again, bam! Just hop into this little thing. Yeah, that's so good. Don't need to build. We'll probably build a hatchery anyway. But I don't need to. You know. I love that. I just think it's super useful. It's so quick and speedy. There's some terrain in here. Not that much terrain in there. Not that terrain, that's so horrible. It looks diseased to me. It always has done. Let's grab some decos. Dinosaur threat. That seems unlikely to me. How are you dinosaur threat? What are you talking about? Danger to guests. Oh, is it because the path is overlaid? Yeah, it is. I can see it there. There we go. Let's just sort that. It's not that big a deal. It'll happen with the Rex as well. Like, I'm not concerned about that. If they die, they die. You know, what's the issue? I'm not too worried about what the interior of these look like, if I'm totally honest. It's not that big a deal. I just want to make sure there's something there when you look at... Oh, we do have the Triceratops Lodge somewhere. If I can find it. If I was a Triceratops Lodge, where would I be? I would be there. I wonder if we can kind of attach this onto the... Yeah. It'd be more like this, wouldn't it? I kind of like the idea of it being half and half in, though. Oh, it just works, I think. That looks okay. It's not perfect, but it looks okay. Right. Left. We need a fish feeder. We don't, but we're going to have one anyway. Oh, that's the shark. That's not the right fish feeder. Maybe we could if we wanted to. Yeah, why don't we just give them a... I'm going to give them a goat. And a pacifier feeder. There we go. Have both. I'm just looking for the bloody... There's too many mods installed. I'm looking for the frickin'... This is what I was looking for. I swear I've got food turned off. And yet... Maybe I don't have food turned off. Interesting. I mean, it's good to have it on. It just means that we're a little bit more limited in our building. What I'd like to have is the ability for the dinosaurs to keep eating, but also not starve to death. You know, that would actually be really helpful. Because I want to see them eat. I want to see the animation, etc., etc. But I also want them to not die. So... Oh, it'd be nice to have that kind of choice. Right. How are we going to build this middle bit? I really like the idea of using those new Jurassic Park decorations that we got. I'm just trying to think about how we're going to make that work. So what was that little water tower over there? Ooh, little lamp sign. See, this is very Disney, which is it's kind of... I was... Initially, when I started building this, I was looking at zoos for inspiration, and then I went to look at Disney for inspiration, and I found it a lot easier to find things that were appropriate. Jurassic Park is more Disney than is anything else, if we're honest. Not Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park isn't, but Jurassic World is very much Disney rather than a zoo, you know? Got a Hammond statue. I'm not going to show you up close because it's terrifying up close, if I'm totally honest. It's a nightmare. Maybe a little Quetzalcoatlus outside of there. Maybe a Rex outside the kingdom. Line up. Right, where are those blooming things? Here, right. I just think if I just do one, maybe it'll be fine. I was about to say, maybe I think if I just do one, it's not going to work. And then I started to do one. I think, you know what? What we can do is like put maybe a plant pot at the side of it or something like that. Just a little something at the side of each one. So that it's not this annoying little gap. And then maybe it'll come together. Is that cool? I don't know. It's hard to tell. I haven't decided yet. I will decide in the future. Let's grab a... We're in Alpine, right? Yeah, let's grab a plant. How many of these do I have? Can I do this in a logical... If I do that... Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Just thinking. I don't want to use the same plant all the way along. So. Although they do look the same, don't they? Why is it always the same bloody tree? Oh, we're not limited like that, actually. Fair point. We can use... who am I saying fair point to? Nobody said anything. Although these look the same as well. I need a planter. There we go. That's what I need. Need a round one, though. There we go. We shout out the Frontier for this at the very least. Like, letting us use all the varied plants on all the different levels is genuinely a big deal for just stuff like this, you know? Makes a difference. It really does. Okay. It's becoming a thing. I think just having height is really important. You know, just stuff that, like, has a bit of verticality. Because not much in this game is very big in a lot of ways. Most of the stuff in this game is quite small. Height-wise. So you need aviaries, you need hotels, you need innovation centers. You need something with a bit of verticality to it, or things just look a little bit boring, I think. IMO. Let's get some decos in here. Right, no, we're going to save the decos because the decos are going to skip forward. You guys have seen the major stuff, but the decoration, nitty-gritty, we're going to save for the future. Yeah, I decided the solution was a dome viewing gallery, which is now sitting in a slightly awkward position in there. Just a way to have a little build. And we'll do the same over here, actually, now that I think about it. Hop into... Oh, no. No, we can't. We've already got the log in there. Okay, I'm pretty happy with the general vibe and layout and feeling that we've got going on here. It's worked out pretty well, I think, by my standards anyway. It definitely needs some decoration work. It needs a bunch of decorations thrown in there, but I think this can work pretty well as a part one for our build. I know this wasn't really horror park-y, but the horror will begin very soon. You're going to head this way past the Terratop stuff, and then something down here is going to kickstart the madness. I've got to be careful about room. Oh, we'll just curve to the left. And of course, your goal will be to get to the exit and get to the arrival point and fly your way out of the park, basically. When we did Horror Park 1.0, how did we integrate the horror? How did the horror begin in Horror Park 1.0? I actually don't remember off the top of my head. Does anyone remember? What I'm thinking is maybe you can go on like a little tour ride or something and run into trouble, or I don't know. I'll have a little think about it. I'm going to do some decoration work. I'm pretty happy with where we're at, though. I'll update this a little bit more before the next video. Yeah, next video, the horror will begin in our horror park. We're going to swap to nighttime as well. You're going to wander around this whole thing with the flashlight. Of course, I don't want any guests there either, so I want tons of guests in this area. Oh, we should get a Mosasaurus, I think. Just need little things that are going to attract people. Let's have a couple of Mosas in there. I need more people in the park, basically. I think all my restaurants are sushi, food restaurants. I think actually every single restaurant is a sushi restaurant, as it happens. We need to change this to... I do not remember how to do this. Is it down here? Yeah. Bear with. Configure. Down to the bottom. Oh, it's still called sushi restaurant, but it is now a drinks restaurant. No, it's food. How do you change it? Am I losing my mind? Oh, I just saw that. We've got drinks there. And let's change this to shopping. And that'll probably help with... I just want more people. I want this area of the park to feel busy. You know, I want it to have tons of people in it. I want it to feel active. Because it should feel safe and it should feel populated. And it should feel like an area that you can come and be happy. And then obviously that's when things go to hell. I really like this middle. Obviously it needs some work, but I like this middle bit actually. I think it's worked out pretty nicely. So, if you have any ideas for how we could begin the horror, I don't want to do anything too big. You know, I'd like to start with like a Troodon or a Compy or something like that, something low-key, and then ramp things up from there. But I'm really excited about this, as I always am with Horror Park. I think we can build something pretty cool here, and it is going to... We're going to finish this Horror Park. I swear on Raptor Jesus and little baby Jesus that we will finish this park, no matter what it takes. Until that next video then, thank you so much for joining me. I will see you lovely folks very, very soon. Again, throw me your suggestions and such down below. Cheers, much love as always. Bye-bye. And also, just so you're aware, I'm going to cheat for the thumbnail. I'm going to put my Rex over here. Just because it's in the dark too much over here in the king. I can't see any. Although, we don't have any lights. What if I grab a... Sorry, bear with me. I'm just changing things up slightly. Where's that... Why is that not in the lights? It's clearly a light. Where's that bloody thing? That's what I'm looking for, the floodlight. I think it makes sense for floodlights, actually. Especially in an area like this. Light them up, baby. Light them up. Okay, Rex, you're roaring. That's perfect. I need you to just smooth pack a little bit. Thank you very much. And thumbnail, sweet. Okay, thank you very much for joining me. Cheers, much love as always. Bye-bye.
Reaching out.